Yes, yes. So, welcome everybody, um, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video here. Um, this is Karat Juice, but a little bit of a different format. I'm foraying into the YouTube sphere, so let me position myself a little better. There we go. And the reason why I'm here right now, I wanted to cover something that I recently saw that was brought to attention to me by a friend. So today's Friday, May 14th, and my friend sent me this article, and I wanted to talk about it here shortly. So before we get into it, if you haven't already, like the video right there on YouTube, subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. I enjoy putting this information out there and to expressing myself. So support a brother. So I'm going to wait for a second while you do that. Thank you very much. So I wanted to talk about this incident that occurred recently in Pasadena, Texas. This story is courtesy of ABC 13 in Houston, and it was published today at 1:57 p.m. The title: Man Killed. Woman shot and killed ex-husband as he played with 3-year-old son, family says. So, according to the story, this incident happened in Pasadena, Texas. The family of a man who was gunned down in front of his 3-year-old son tells ABC 13 he was a victim of domestic abuse and was getting out of his marriage. They went on to say that that's his weakness, his son, and she got them outside. Said Gregory Kirk's sister. Gregory Kirk is the man who was killed. Rest in peace and condolences to his family. I know this is a tough time right now. It's just tragic. His sister went on to say the little baby was in the truck. He wanted to see him and he came out. So apparently, Gregory's ex-wife, Shintovia Kirk, no, not her. Gregory's ex-wife, Samantha Washington, shot and killed him while he was playing with their son. The incident happened Tuesday in Pasadena. The investigator said she was planning on killing herself at her children's school, but she was quickly arrested after a short chase. This incident is heavy. And I wanted to talk about this incident because often in domestic violation cases, to be YouTube sensitive, the narrative is the man's the defendant, man's the perpetrator, the aggressor, and the woman is the victim. That's been perpetrated, and in our society, that's what you see a lot. That's what a lot of people believe is the case. And the majority of what is covered in the media and so forth would lend you to believe that is true. But you would be surprised at how often in incidents like this, that is not the case. In this incident in particular, the female suspect went to this man's job, lured him out to see his son, and killed him. So apparently, the deceased, Gregory Kirk, was actually trying to get out of this situation because he had been abused on multiple times, and he was trying to separate from Miss Washington. And he was at work at the time, and she brought their son there because she knew he was Gregory's weakness, and he came out to see his son. And his son had to witness one of the worst things a kid could ever see, his father being killed. And I just feel so bad for that kid, because that kid is going to have therapy for years to recover from the trauma of that incident. I'm just finding it hard to believe how somebody could have that much hatred in their heart that they would want to murder their child's father because he no longer wants to be with you. So I just saw this story, and it's heartbreaking, because the narrative out there in this country is that you have the right to make choices, and if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, you have the right to leave and all that. But I would just say you need to be very cautious and discerning about who you procreate with, because a lot of people are moving through this world with mental illness, and it's nothing to play with. And the mental illness and the effect that it's had on our culture overall has been very real. I see it all the time in my profession, working in the criminal justice system. And I just want to say, if there's anybody out there that's having issues with anger, issues with constantly being in traumatic situations, make sure that you're reaching out and that you're speaking to somebody and that you're seeking professional help. Going to therapy is not a bad thing. In today's day and age, I think the stigma is no longer there when it comes to therapy and its effects and how it can actually help the culture. So I just want to encourage people to seek therapy, unravel any past traumas that you have, because it is true that hurt people. And the only way we can get to a level of understanding and move forward as a community and overall as in the world is recognizing that it's real, getting people to seek help and to apply the knowledge and the understanding and the coping skills and the patterns of behavior that can be learned over time and through diligent work to ultimately get to a place where you can be in traumatic and stressful and situations that are filled with impulse and conflict, and handle those situations in a healthy and productive manner where you can feel those emotions and it still doesn't result in violence or somebody losing their life. That was just on my mind, and I wanted to shed some light on mental health and the awareness that sometimes gets overlooked, and people just want to call people crazy. And this situation is crazy, but there has to be some kind of mental illness attached to somebody that can do something like that. So my condolences goes out to Gregory Kirk, and I hope that this young lady gets prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and that the criminal justice system goes through its due process. However, if you're feeling depressed, if you're anxious, seek help, seek guidance. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. So if you're enjoying this content that I'm putting out, make sure that you reach out, give me some feedback. A like and a subscribe is free. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm going to be getting this content out to you guys more often. I'm enjoying what I do. And I don't have any complaints in the world. Whatever issues that I have that arise or conflicts that I have, I'm going to handle them in a healthy and productive manner. And I hope that you guys do the same. Stay safe out here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.